My beautiful friends, Virgo, how are you, Virgo? Welcome back. All right, so let's see what we got for our friends Virgo for the end of September, beginning of October. I think it's going to be for the 29th, the 5th, I think. I always do Monday to Sunday. So, Virgo, we're going to do a general reading, okay, for you guys? If you need something personal, I apologize. If you need something personal, the information is at the bottom in the description. Septteachings.org. So, I do my readings very simple. The same way I do it for myself. Every 2 or 3 days, and maybe even once a day, I ask Sept, my spirit guide, Sept, send me messages before I go to the office. So this is what I do. Any red flags, any information you want to communicate, any good news, any lottery wins, etc., etc. So the way I do it is, this is my present, material present, in other words, earthly present. This is my spiritual present, my overall spiritual, my last 3 months, my next 3 months. And so I do the same thing for you guys. We're going to start nice and easy, and then we're going to go deeper, and then we're going to get some extra messages. So from the spiritual standpoint, Virgo, working hard, not giving up. Excellent. I like this card. Preparing yourself, reinforcing, building fences. You've learned huge lessons in the last few years. You matured a lot. You're not giving up. You're doing what's necessary, and you are protecting where needed yourself. You're protecting yourself where needed. But the main point is you've learned certain lessons. You grew up, you matured, you're much stronger, both physically and mentally. This person is a person who endures, learns, becomes wiser, and it just keeps on going forward. No surrender. Now, over here, we're gonna look at the next 3 cards. So over here, we got a Queen of Swords. We have a Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So you're somewhat disappointed about certain things, perhaps disappointed with some people. You're disappointed perhaps some people said something, because I see a message here. Perhaps someone wrote something about you or said something about you or is gossiping about you. You're kind of disappointed about that. You're not very happy. You're kind of disappointed, yes, but you're forging forward. In other words, you're taking your wand and you say, you know what? If you want to be my friend, fine. If you don't, it's okay. I know I made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. I apologize. I'm trying to pay my debts back. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to rebuild myself. I went through hell and back. If you can be my friend, I appreciate it. If you can't, I understand. So this is where you are right now, but you're definitely forging forward. And right now, you look unstoppable. Now let's take a look at the last 3 months. Same thing. You've been dealing with gossip, evil people after you for money, exes after you, people talking behind your back, but you are forging forward. Say, it's okay. I know what you guys are saying about me. I know I made mistakes, yes, but it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can. So again, you've been kind of focusing on yourself for several months now. And this is good. This is good. And you're becoming stronger and stronger. And yeah, the people around you are making fun of you or gossiping behind your back. Even your friends, so-called friends, they're having a heyday behind your back. When they go out for coffee, all they do is talk about you right now. But it is what it is, my dear friends. All right, let's see what you're dealing with right now. Well, what do you see here? Bunch of friends, right? There you got it. bunch of friends. So these are your friends. There is 7 over here, there is 6 over here. Now, because I know some of you read tarots, this could also be a soulmate card. So we're going to see what the other cards are going to add to it. So this could become either what I said before, friends going out for coffee or for drinks and they talking about you. They pretend they're your friends, but they're not. Or this could be a soulmate card. It all depends on the other cards that we're going to pull right now, okay? But, I just told you friends are going out for coffee and they're talking behind your back. Then this card comes out. So to me, that's pretty direct, pretty not a coincidence. All right. So here we got victory. You're coming back, a lot of work, talking, winning. 4 of Pentacles upside down. Well, let's keep it upside down. It's okay. And soulmates. Okay. So, you know what? Since it's a general reading, it could be either or. Okay. And here we have you waiting for someone or you that perhaps going somewhere. You're probably waiting for someone or for something. Okay, so like I says, this could be either or. For some of you, it is a soulmate, but very, very few. I'll be honest with you. Very, very few. For the majority of you, this is just people talking. It could also be friends trying to help you. I mean, we got 5 friends here just gathered together, and it looks like the only one missing is you right here at the end of the table. So perhaps they either want to know your business out of whatever, or perhaps they want to help you. I don't know. I see you focused on yourself right now, working very hard. You're paying the price. You're tired. You're only working and sleeping. In the end, you're going to be okay. But see, the problem is you probably owe money. You spent too much money in the past. And now you're upside down when it comes to finances. However, I can tell you that you're going to receive some very positive news. You might end up getting a large sum of unexpected money. This could be an inheritance. This could be even a home that you left somehow or was left to you. And then it's worth way, way, way more than you thought. So this reading is really multifaceted. There is a nice victory. I have a friend, for instance, whom, this is a nice story. I have a friend from Italy. He lives in Canada, but anyways, his family had a property in Italy, and his parents had a really old farmhouse. And the house was so old that it was really worth nothing. It just, all it needed to do was just demolish it and build something nice over it. But anyway, so when he was left with the deed of the home, when his parents passed away, the local lawyer said, you have here a home, your parents left you a home. And he said, yeah, we've been talking about for decades. Thank you. But, the house is not really, it's probably going to cost me more to fix it than to anything else. So it really didn't do anything for about 5 years. So then one day he gets a phone call from the same lawyer. And he said, you might want to come over here because, I got some good news for you. So anyways, he went over there. What's going on? Well, he says, listen, I was approached by this company, this lumber company. Lumber company. Yeah, lumber company. Why? Well, the property, the 3 acres or 5 acres or hectares, I think hectares, the parcel of land where your house is situated, it's got some really, really, really high-end lumber. What do you mean? Yeah, the kind of trees on this property, you can make a really expensive furniture from it. And this company, they somehow found out and they want to buy your property, or at the very least, the rights to cut the lumber. And they're offering you millions of dollars. My dear friends, you ended up getting $9.4 million. I think you sold the entire thing. He got $9.4 million. The lumber was very precious lumber where they make like really expensive furniture. And I don't know, like, in other words, he thought it was worth nothing. Instead, he ended up getting $9.5 million for it. So that was unexpected, right? Well, it's the same thing here. And especially it's accompanied by a victory. And to be honest with you, this card reminds me of just the little story that I told you. And even the home in the background looks similar because I've seen the pictures. It was on the hill close to Venice, Italy. Like an abandoned old home and nobody wanted, but the lumber on the property is worth a fortune. All right. So again, this is not for everyone. Some of you are going to have a disappointment, going to be disappointed. Some of you are going to have an unexpected victory. And for some of you, yes, this is a soulmate right here. And instead of for some of you, it's just friends that want to perhaps talk behind your back. But I can tell you something. Out of all of this, I really like this card. Like, look at this card. What do you see here? You see this fellow. Yes, he's tired. No question, he's tired. But he's strong. Like he ain't giving up. Says, yeah, I went through a lot, but I'm not giving up. Let me take a look at the next 3 months. Yep. A lot of hard work ahead of you. A lot of cutting off ties with people around you. I'll be honest with you. You're going to have to face reality. Basically realize that most of your friends are not real friends. You're going to have to disassociate yourself from certain people, but you're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate, and you're going to end up making really good money. One way or the other, you're going to end up counting a lot of money. And some of you, with this sudden gift, whatever you want to call it, inheritance, you're going to open some kind of business and you're going to be really happy. In other words, you're making your own money. You're producing your own money. This is going to allow you to make money on your own or for yourself. And this is the card of achievement. It's the Chariot. And some of you will travel, of course. So in the end, you're going to be fine. But it is a time to clean up fake people, clean up unnecessary things. What is the biggest take from this reading? Find out who's friends and who's not. But most of all, this reading tells me that you've learned a big lesson and you're going to come out of this much, much stronger than when you started. And perhaps some of you are going to be in a very good love relationship, some of you. So in the end, it's a really good reading, okay? But it's a trial, it's a tried reading, it's a suffered reading. This does not come easy for you, especially when you have people around you that pretend to be your friends and instead they are gossiping behind your back. So There's a little bit of for everything in this reading, but in the end, it's a very positive reading. Let me see 3 more cards as a final message. Justice. Justice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, you're going to have to separate the good from the bad. Justice will be made. If anybody owes you money, you will get it. If you owe money, you will have to pay it. Things will be evened out. Isn't it interesting? You have 2 justice cards, one after the other. So there is definitely some legal happenings around you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. In the end, you're not going to end up a happy camper right now. It's almost as if this is hard to explain, but this is how I feel. You know that you're going to have to go through a period of, I don't want to say scarcity, but you're going to have to be careful with your money. I know that you're going to have to go through a period of facing realities. In other words, you're going to have to, some friends are going to say, you know what? We have to break up this friendship. Why? Because you're not my real friend. I'm sorry. I'm not stupid. You're going to have to face the facts. And it's not going to be easy, my dear friends. You're going to end up with a lot less people around you, yes, but true friends. So it's almost as if I know that I have to go through a period of trial and error, and that this is going to be very testing, but I know that I'm going to come out on the other end much well off, much better off. So you're willing to go through that cleansing process, and you will, absolutely. Justice will be made in the end. All right. As far as signs you got, I'm just going to give you the main ones. You got Pisces, you got Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, Gemini. All right. Let's see if there's any messages for you guys. You deserve love. Yes, absolutely. Let go of control issues. So I can see you guys that perhaps up to about Christmas, you guys going to be busy with this. You're going to be busy cleansing and putting things together, gathering some money, collecting money owed to you. I don't see you making any type of love commitment until probably January, February. All right. Let me see if there's any messages from the universe or from someone. All right. Different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Yeah. They're saying one thing, but they do another. This could be friends. Longing. Missing you, let's talk reunion. This could be a friends. Let's get together. We miss you. We miss you. Yeah, because they want to know your business. That's why. Let's get a reunion. Let's talk. These are your friends. Perhaps you shut them out. There you go. Now, finally, we're going to get the yes or no card. I mean, yes or no coin. Think of your question with your friends. Hey, Virgo, if you wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It really helps me. And if you wouldn't mind clicking on the like so that YouTube says, let's promote this channel. That really, really helps. So I can offer more and more and more. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Your answer is no. Thank you so much. See you soon.